Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for November 25. I'm your host, Walter. We've been following developments in Ukraine, where a proposed 10-point peace plan aimed at ending the war with Russia has been met with concern from international diplomatic circles. The plan includes concessions from Ukraine, such as ceding territory to Russia and abandoning certain weaponry. Experts warn that this plan may favor Russia's interests over Ukraine's, potentially undermining Kyiv's negotiating position. We've also been reporting on the ongoing situation in Venezuela, where President Nicolas Maduro's government is facing increased pressure from the international community. The Venezuelan economy is in shambles, with hyperinflation and severe shortages of food and medicine, leading to a humanitarian crisis. The opposition is seeking democratic change, and while external pressure can be helpful, it's essential to prioritize diplomatic solutions and support the Venezuelan people's quest for peaceful and lawful means of achieving their goals. Additionally, we've been monitoring the situation in Ukraine as Russian forces intensify their attacks on energy facilities, resulting in severe electricity shortages. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine continues to worsen, with millions of civilians affected by the ongoing conflict. As we continue to follow these developing stories, we urge all parties involved to approach negotiations with caution and consideration for the long-term consequences of their actions. We'll provide updates and expert analysis as more information becomes available, and that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, Ananshul, and know what's right now. We have 3 important stories to summarize for you tonight. Firstly, we reported on the crisis in Venezuela, where Nobel Peace Prize winner Mara Corina Machado has called on the military to switch sides and support the opposition. Her bravery and determination have brought international attention to the struggle for freedom and democracy in Venezuela. Secondly, we covered the disturbing news of school kidnappings in Nigeria, where an unknown number of pupils were abducted from a Catholic school, marking the second such incident in less than a week. The Nigerian government is facing criticism for its handling of the situation, and the U.S. has expressed concern over the attacks and their potential impact on religious freedoms. Lastly, we shed light on a complex web of international money laundering uncovered by the UK's National Crime Agency. The investigation, dubbed Operation Destabilize, has revealed a vast network of criminals washing dirty cash for drug gangs, arms dealers, and even Russian spies. The dirty money has been funding nefarious activities, including Russia's military-industrial complex and the production of weapons used in the Ukraine war. These stories highlight the importance of international cooperation and determination in fighting against crime, corruption, and oppression. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis on these developing stories. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves is set to unveil a high-stakes budget announcement aiming to stabilize the nation's finances while navigating spending cuts and tax reforms. With a $30 billion reckoning looming, Reeves faces a daunting task of identifying alternative revenue streams, all while keeping the government's growth ambitions on track. In another development, the Abu Dhabi Investment Council has made a bold move by more than tripling its stake in BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust (ETF), increasing its holding to almost 8 million shares. This investment comes amidst a brutal sell-off in the cryptocurrency market, sparking debate about the role of institutional investors in the digital asset sector. Lastly, we've been following the European economic landscape, where concerns over welfare cuts, benefit caps, and fuel duty freezes have sparked intense speculation ahead of the UK budget announcement. Market analysts are watching closely, warning that getting it wrong could have far-reaching consequences for the government's popularity and the country's economic growth. These stories and more will be discussed in greater detail on our website and future podcasts. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we celebrated the International Space Station's remarkable milestone of 20 years of continuous human presence in space. we reflected on the incredible achievements of the ISS program, from advancing our understanding of space travel to enabling groundbreaking scientific research. Next, we delved into the mysterious phenomenon of the sailing stones at Racetrack Playa, where massive stones move across a dry lake bed, leaving behind trails that stretch for hundreds of feet. Thanks to the dedication of researchers Richard and James Norris, we now know that these stones are actually pushed by thin floating panels of ice driven by light winds. Lastly, we discovered a new way to detect microbial life on other planets by looking for colorful biosignatures in their atmospheres. This innovative approach, based on the discovery of biopigments, could revolutionize our search for life beyond Earth and even shed light on the mysterious unknown absorber phenomenon on Venus. These stories remind us that the universe is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered, and that human curiosity and ingenuity can still uncover the secrets of our planet and beyond. Join us again soon as we continue to explore the wonders of our world and beyond, right here on the AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking to you this evening from the world of sports and entertainment, I've got a comprehensive summary of our top stories. Firstly, in the NFL, we're seeing significant changes within team leadership, with owners making bold moves to reshape their organizations for future success. For instance, the recent sale of a majority stake in the Los Angeles Lakers has led to terminations in the scouting department and sparked speculation about general manager Rob Pelinka's future. Secondly, the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics have announced a groundbreaking partnership with Intuit, allowing the company to retain naming rights for the Intuit Dome during the basketball tournaments. This move marks a significant shift in how the Olympics approach corporate sponsorships and is expected to generate substantial revenue. Lastly, we're keeping an eye on the Dallas Cowboys as they navigate their quarterback situation, with some analysts suggesting that the team may need to make a change to contend for a championship title. These stories and more are making headlines in the world of sports and entertainment. I'm Howard, your guide through the ever-changing landscape. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we took a look at the upcoming music festival season in the United States, highlighting some of the most anticipated events and performances. We also explored the growing trend of music festivals incorporating more sustainable practices into their operations. Secondly, we delved into the world of artificial intelligence with the introduction of group chats on ChatGPT. This new feature has sparked both excitement and concern, as it raises questions about the potential risks and benefits of making AI more social and interactive. Lastly, we reported on a disturbing story involving allegations of a planned coup and horrific crimes against humanity in Haiti. 2 men from Texas have been indicted for an alleged plot to overthrow the government of an island in Haiti, highlighting the importance of international cooperation in combating such heinous plans. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth coverage of these stories and other news from around the world. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First, we reported on a disturbing incident involving the cast of Wicked for Good at a recent event. But fortunately, the film is now playing in theaters nationwide and receiving great reviews from fans. Next, we shone the spotlight on rock legend Stevie Nicks, who bravely took to the stage despite a fractured shoulder injury. Her dedication to her craft is truly inspiring, and her current tour is a must-see for fans of all ages. Lastly, we gushed about Bill Nighy's new podcast, which has become an instant cult favorite. With his unique blend of conversational advice, personal anecdotes, and self-deprecation, Bill has created an intimate space that makes listeners feel like they're part of something special. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the increasing encounters between humans and animals in Mexico, where a unique banknote featuring the iconic axolotl has captured the hearts of millions. This story not only showcases the cultural significance of this species, but also raises awareness about its plight and the importance of conservation. Secondly, we explored the discovery of a female narwhal, a species never before recorded in Irish waters, which washed up on a beach in County Donegal. This event is being linked to climate change and serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of wildlife in the face of a changing environment. Lastly, we touched on the story of humans and animals interacting in unexpected ways, as seen in the case of the axolotl banknote and the narwhal stranding. These stories highlight the need for long-term monitoring schemes to understand the impacts of climate and ecological change on vulnerable species. These three stories remind us of the importance of protecting our planet's precious wildlife and addressing the challenges posed by climate change. As we conclude this summary, we're encouraged to take responsibility for our impact on the environment and work towards a more sustainable future. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.